Welcome to Easter Sunday on the Sports Scoop Coaches Show.
And this is my mother's Easter bonnet. She used to wear this on Easter Sunday, and so I thought in honor of her I was going to wear it today. What do you think? How's it look, Andy?
You got a set, Ted. That's all I can say.
And I lost my egg in my little egg holder here. It just torques me out. All our props going to have in a handbasket here. Okay.
I think your mother had one son too many.
In case you don't know it, this is my right-hand man, Theodore Hammond, in prime form as always.
She only raised one idiot. That was my older brother. Okay.
And he probably tells the same story and tells it the same way, right?
I'm sure he does.
Okay. Well, we don't have anything yet for high school sports, Teddy, but let's look at things. The tennis team will not start until tomorrow. That's their first day of practice, but they don't take long. They open the 5th of April against Albert Lee.
Oh,
Kyle Collins' crew.
He's how's he doing this year? Is he going to reload again?
I don't know. I think he's going to reload a little.
Okay.
Our golf team's in the area. Teddy, I noticed your first game is not until April 8th. Your
That's
first
correct.
match against JWP.
Yep. The Bulldogs coming to town. They'll be coming to our course. And Prairie Ridge is already open over there. We're not open here in Waseca yet, so we're waiting to see when they're going to pull the plug and just say, come on out. But right now, obviously, the weather's not cooperating, so it doesn't make any difference. But we're ready to go, boys and girls. I don't think Janesville's going to field the girls' team. We'll see what happens, but normally they don't. They'll have a couple come over, and then that'll give our JV girls a good chance to get out on the course and get some good swings in that way. So hopefully the course opens up. They're talking maybe April 1st. That'll give us a week to get out there beforehand, and we'll see what happens. But right now we got a lot of unknowns. We don't know who's going to be what. So we got to get out on the course and get some rounds in, and we can separate who's going to be varsity, who's going to be JV. And things are looking good, though. We got 34 numbers, which for us is really good.
Yep.
And we'll be able to field a complete girls team. We got some girls that weren't out before, but hey, if they got a clean slate, they don't have any bad habits, they're really easy to teach. So we'll see what happens.
I imagine golf is a little bit tough inside because you get outside and you look inside and you don't know if they're going to hit it 180 or 320, do you?
No, we use those wiffle balls.
Yeah.
So, you're swinging full away and you barely hit the wall in the gym. And then I have a little island green with a piece of AstroTurf, and we put it out in the middle of the gym, and then they take out their wedges. And they're swinging full wedges, and it goes about 50 feet. So you don't know just what's going to happen. But I always have said eye-to-hand coordination. Your brain can adapt to, you look at the distance, and you just kind of dial it in. And after so many swings, you know what club can go what distance. So right now we got to get outside so we can find out what our range is. And some of these people, like Andrew Weber, he's been in every morning. We go in the mornings at it's 6:45. And he comes in, he putts, and he hits, and he's chomping at the bit to get outside. So we need to get some outside weather.
Do you have, you do have some veterans back for both boys and girls that you know are probably going to be some of your leaders?
Oh, yeah. Well, Sydney O'Brien's been to state the last 2 years, and Megan Filson's been out now. This is her 4th year. She'll be a senior. Those two we're going to build around. And then we got some younger girls, Crystal Carreview, and let's see, Hannah Potter. I think you remember her from basketball. There's some young and upcoming not little girls, they're young women, and they'll help us out at the varsity level. We lost Michaela Rowling. It was going to be a big one from last year that we needed. It came through for us. So we'll plug in the holes. And then for the boys, we got Andrew Weber's back. He ended up being a #1 scorer last year. And Nick Rowling was really coming on at the end of the year. And those two guys are hockey players, and you know how hockey players, that swing with a hockey stick and with a golf club is synonymous, and boy, they can just crunch the ball. Then we got some youngsters. There's this little 7th grader might be getting a look, a little Griffin Seifert. There's a Gabe Stace who didn't play last year, had a hand injury, and he's a really good little golfer. So we're looking, and then we got some gaps to fill in, but at the same time, we had Jackson Preeb last year who played varsity quite a bit. So we got some youngsters and some oldsters in there, and they'll blend together pretty well.
Okay. The track teams, the Waseca track team was scheduled to have an indoor meet on Thursday. We did not have school here, so they could not go, but I see they did still have that meet.
Yep.
And Mankato East won both the boys and the girls. I see East had something like 90 boys out for track. My goodness.
Well, they always are right there for true teams, so success breeds success.
You bet. The boys are scheduled to go to Mankato State tomorrow for a meet. I think Nome, Fairmont, and some of the old SCC schools are there. And then April 5th, they have a home meet, their first outdoor action, I think, NRHEG and WEM both come to that. So
Yeah, Coach Abel has no shoes to fill at all.
no,
does he?
defending state champ.
Yeah, other than that, and he lost most of them. But hey, if Abe can turn around, I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. So
You bet, you bet. Our softball teams, they've been going as long as anyone. They've got 2 full weeks in, most of it indoors, but I know Coxie said a couple times she's had her girls outside, so that's nice.
and Coxie, you said there's a big piece of AstroTurf over there, and I looked all over in that equipment room the other day on Friday because there's no school, and there's no piece of big styrofoam AstroTurf out there. So I just want you to know that, hey, where did you see that piece of whatever it is? Okay. Jeez. Thank you.
Our area softball teams, the Blue Jays will open on April 7th with a rivalry battle against WEM. NRHEG gets underway supposedly April 4th when they have Faribault BA coming to town. And WEM gets underway April 4th when they have Maple River coming to town. JWP is scheduled to open April 5th against Hayfield.
With a new coach. Mike
Another
Barton.
new-
Yeah, Mike Barton is no longer there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he took a job over at Mankato. So I don't know who they got. I think it
Didn't
might be
know that.
Lenny. I think it's Lenny Kroll is taking
Okay.
over at JWP. And Lenny has been a long-time supporter there. I had a son, Tristan, who's playing at Bethany right now, and he has a younger daughter. So you come in, and obviously with any of those teams, is anybody going to have an area chucker that's going to really be a stud? I mean, you
Not
got
that I know of right
not
offhand.
neither. You really got-
And you might be right with Lenny because I know I've looked at the JWP daily activity schedule, and always on Sunday it's softball and baseball, and he supervises both of them. So
He and a couple other dads are the ones that turned around the baseball program when his son came through. Usually it takes a parent who's has got a son or daughter in the program, and they invest their time in it, and it really pays dividends. But you got to find that parent who wants to lock in and do all the behind the scenes work that you don't normally see when they have success at the varsity level. So yeah, he's a good guy to have on your side.
the baseball schools in the area, they have 1 week of indoor practice in. JWP is scheduled to open April 5th against Hayfield. WEM and NRHEG are both scheduled to open on April 4th. The Panthers will host Maple River, or Faribault BA, excuse me, and the Bucks will host Maple River. The Blue Jays, we've had a weekend. We are scheduled to open April 7th at Joel Hayford Country, Le Sueur.
There you go, baby.
The Jays, we were 12-10 last year. It's been a long crawl back from below 500 seasons, and it remains to be seen this year.
Well, after watching that play in the gym the other day, I had my grandsons in there. We had to duck outside real
Well,
quick.
you must have been in there when they were playing
Oh,
catch.
Lord. It was duck, duck, duck. Gray
Well,
duck, baby.
Hafe hasn't unveiled yet, but he has sometimes when we have a lot of people there, he plays catch both ways.
That's
And when he calls for that drill, Kelvin Nelson and I just head down to your old room.
Well, I'm looking at those multi-$1,000 scoreboards up there. Holy cow. The aim sometimes isn't quite there.
Well, we've been taking advantage of our new indoor pitching machine, Teddy,
Yes.
which you witnessed.
I watched it.
Kids love it.
Kogi, there's Kogi, just like this, puts that ball in there, just
Hard
like
to
the old
believe I
days.
can just keep throwing strikes, isn't it? at
Rubber
my
arm,
age?
baby, rubber arm. Yep.
We had a practice Friday morning, and we left the cage up and said, anybody that wants to hit extra, this is a good day for it. We had 12 to 15 kids come down and
That's
take
great.
3-4 extra rounds on a holiday day, and now our ace pitcher is going down to Tan in Florida for a week.
Oh,
and
jeez. Unbelievable.
teasingly now, Teddy, people ask me how we're going to be this year, and I said, well, if Eric Moss can throw 3 complete games every week,
Other than that,
hold each team to 1 run, we have a chance.
okay.
Because
Hey.
we're wondering where the bats are going to come from.
Well, after watching the batting cage yesterday, I'm wondering the same thing. Okay. No, some of them were taking some good cuts in there.
Well, Dakota Williamson and Jake Walter, are 2 of our seniors, have really looked good in the cage. Now, granted, it's a
cage.
different game. You
Yep.
know where it's coming and how fast it's coming and what's coming.
Just
but
get your timing down.
yeah, we've been impressed with the number of freshmen in the cage. Just have really looked good swinging the bat.
You ever throw live in the cage?
We very seldom do down there. We will a couple times,
Okay.
but if Hafe wants to give the pitcher some work, the problem is kids are so wild
Yeah.
that it takes you 2 hours to bat around instead of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But we'll do it. A couple
You just
times.
never had me thrown in there.
That's
okay?
right.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the Jays will open April 7th at Le Sueur. NRHEG will open April 4th against Faribault VA. WEM will open April 4th at Maple River. And JWP will open April 5th, entertaining Hayfield.
Okay.
Know anything about the Bulldogs this year in baseball?
Well, I know that the coach is now going to be the AD, so he won't be coach next year, so they'll be looking for a new baseball coach. Ryan Litke, good kid, and he is the right person for the AD job. So we'll see what happens there. But they got some pitching back. It depends on Tommy Gannon, because he was a little stud pitcher last year, and how his broken ankle responds, but he's way ahead of schedule on his rehab. So I look for him to be ready to go at the beginning of the season. And then they got some veteran players.
Well, they turned things around last year, didn't
Yes,
they?
they
They had
did.
a pretty good year baseball-wise.
They're big pitchers. They had Fiesel and they had
Right.
Ricky Johnson. Those
Yep.
guys are gone,
Yep.
and their bats are gone. Tristan Kroll was always lead off, and he'd get on, he'd steal second, third, whatever. I mean, he had tremendous speed. So they're gonna have to fill those spots. But there's some good little juniors coming up, and I think they'll be just fine this year.
Well, moving on to the college scene, Teddy, we still got about a week to go in the high school scene before we get some fast and heavy action, but hopefully the weather will clear up now and we can all get outside.
Well, Mother Nature. Why do they call her Mother Nature?
I don't know.
And then Father Time. I know that doesn't make sense. I don't know.
MSU, Minnesota State University, their baseball team is off to a 9-5 start. They're down playing Missouri State right now, which is ranked 23rd in the country. The Mavs lost 5-4 on Friday night and then crunched them 12-5 in the first game yesterday. The second game, I didn't see the score, but they were playing a doubleheader yesterday.
Did you see them when they played Bethany?
23-8.
Yeah, they missed an extra point, I think, or something there. Yeah.
The Mavs will have a doubleheader on Monday and Tuesday at home against UMD.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting, of course. The softball team, 21-9 to start the season. They split with St. Cloud State. They split with UMD over the weekend.
The Bulldogs.
Tuesday, they will be Sioux Falls, South Dakota comes to town for a doubleheader.
You see Coley Reese?
Coley Reese is just on a roll.
She's
this
had,
year,
what,
didn't she?
in the last 7 starts, she's had 12 strikeouts or more. She had 17 the other day and set the all-time record, and she's only a junior for strikeouts.
Like 13-4 for the year already.
Unreal.
The Golden Gusties are finally getting underway there. The baseball team, 2-6. They went down. They just got back from their Arizona trip. They lost 2 in Arizona on the final day. They played 7 games down there in Arizona, and I think they went 2-4 or 2-5, something like that down there. They have a doubleheader scheduled against Martin Luther on April 4th.
Okay.
The Gusty softball team, 6-4 overall, and they're also just getting back from Arizona. They were 2-4 down in Arizona. Tough competition down there. Monday, they have a doubleheader tomorrow, that is, at Bethel. Conference opener.
Okay.
The Golden Gophers baseball team, they are 11-9 to start the year. They're at Missouri State right now, I believe. They went 1-1 in the first 2 games. They play again today. And they have St. Mary's in a non-conference game at home Wednesday, and then this weekend Iowa comes in. And the Big Ten has changed a little now. They used to go, I think, Friday, doubleheader Saturday, and Sunday, played 4-game series. Now they're just playing 3-game series, single 9-inning games on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's a change.
I talked with Steve Christ yesterday, and Adam is getting some free rein down there. He coaches third, and Steve said he gets no signs from the head coach.
Really?
He gets to make all the offensive calls as to bunt, steal, whatever.
And for those of you that don't know it, Adam is at Illinois.
Yep,
Right?
University of Illinois. And So they opened Big Ten play this weekend against Penn State.
And the head coach doesn't do this, doesn't dug
No,
off for
I
him?
guess not.
Okay, geez, sweet.
Adam gets
Looks
to
like they're
make all the
picking their
calls.
nose or picking their teeth, and touching their chin. You understand those signals?
Oh, sure, because I'll be doing them this summer.
Okay, all right.
Softball team, the Golden Gophers, 21-9 to start the year. They're at Purdue. They opened conference play this week. They won 5-0, 4-1. They play the third game today. They will be at Northwestern next weekend.
All right.
So good starts for a lot of the college people. Moving on to
we got to move on back to Bethany.
Okay.
Okay. They got rid of their basketball coach, and I was kind of shocked on that one.
He was too.
Yeah. Reading the article, but it's one of those things, you're hired till you're fired, but at the same time, I don't think he got a chance. It's his third year, and I thought he's turning it around. And I got a player from Tristan Crowell's playing over there, and I just don't think they gave him a fair shot. But apparently it came down to it. Did you read the article?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get out of it as far as why they let him go? It wasn't. It sounded to me like some of the parents complained. Is what it sounded like to me.
Which was probably one or two.
Yeah, but at the same time, at the college level, I don't know. But I like the guy, Greg Holseder was his name, a local star around the area. And, he talked about he might be getting into Martin Luther over in Noam. So,
which is in the same conference.
Yeah. So at least he'll land on his feet.
We should probably talk a little quickly, too, about Augustana, Division II. They play in the same conference as Minnesota State, Mankato. They won the national title yesterday, 90-81. And I hope you did your homework, Ted, because I knew you'd ask me this question, so we'll see if you did it.
Okay. What was their nickname?
The Lincoln Memorial Tennessee nickname.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to go with...
You're going to like it. The Rail Splitters.
Are you serious? The Rail Splitters?
The Rail Splitters.
Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
I haven't either.
That's why I knew you'd like it.
Okay, so North Dakota made it to the Final Four for hockey. What's theirs now? Their new one? It's not the Fighting Sioux anymore.
I know it. I always forget that.
It's swoops down and grabs his prey. Yeah, very good. Okay, all right.
Augustana, first ever national title, and they had two Minnesota kids on there that really played big roles.
Did you see the one name?
Well, one was a Richter, who scored 26 and had about their first 10 points, and the other was a Schilling, who played out at Ellsworth.
Remember Schillings?
Yes.
They had about three of those brothers. They're all good.
Well, this one had 20 points and 19 rebounds yesterday.
Other than that, he didn't have
he didn't contribute much, but congratulations to Augustana, and probably makes MSU feel a little better about things now.
Yes, it does.
The Minnesota Wild, Teddy.
Yo, baby.
5 straight wins for the first time all year. What a time to put it together,
The chest is just swelling big time, baby. No, that's from the Easter dinner yesterday.
They are now 5 points up on Colorado for the last playoff spot with 6 games to go.
And Colorado's got two of them back to back, and their teams. When one's Nashville, they're all the teams they got to play have all made the playoffs. So that looks good for the Wild, but now they just can't let up.
Yep. 4-0 yesterday at Colorado in an afternoon game.
You remember when Parisi got that $99 million or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And they said, well, I think he's earning it right now.
I like him.
Yeah,
he plays so hard.
There's nobody. You see, it goes that hard all the time. And he's being rewarded with all these goals lately. That's great.
I think the Wild play again Tuesday, but
Yep.
a couple more wins.
You got Chicago.
They're in pretty good shape.
And they're drilling Chicago.
Yeah, they're 4-0, I think, against the Blackhawks.
Who's knocked them out of the playoffs last 2 years? Chicago. And now they're kicking them during the regular season. Kick them when they're down, guys.
The T-Wolves, who have far surpassed last year's win total, Teddy. 24 this year they have.
Did you watch them yesterday?
They lost to Utah yesterday, 93-84.
They were coming in they're out in Washington for their game. Utah's at the end of a 5-game road trip, and neither team looked like they wanted to score in the first quarter. It was sad.
The Wolves play Phoenix at home tomorrow, and Andre Miller, the past veteran guard for the Wolves, came out in the paper and said their rebuilding plan is not right. What the Wolves are doing, because he says they're giving these young trio of stars no goals, no expectations to shoot for.
Just go out and play.
Just letting them play.
Well, Andre knows, but at the same time, you got Kevin Garnett there. I think he would be a wise voice to listen to.
There?
Yeah.
What does he do? Just wear street clothes?
I think he carries
him and Peck.
He carries
Have
Peckovic's
popcorn?
bag for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Peckovic's always hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
and why don't they put T-Sean in that group too? He could sit with them and eat corn too.
T-Sean.
T-Sean Prince.
I thought it was Ray-Jean.
T-Sean.
T-Sean? Jeez Louise. Oh, Ray-Jean Rondo, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Minnesota Twins, 14-10 in the exhibition season. They beat Pittsburgh yesterday 3-0. And the thing that has, I will admit, I don't get very excited for spring training, but what's caught my eye with the Twins is they're holding a lot of teams to not many runs.
I was just going to say, pitching, baby.
That's what I like to see.
Gibson was doing well. You got, who you got?
Santana went 6 innings Friday. Gibby 6 innings yesterday.
And Hughes is going to go today, and they're saying he's looking pretty good now. So, yeah, we just got to find that 4th and 5th guy.
Another week to go. April 4th at Baltimore, the regular season opens.
Isn't that something?
And, of course, we have to talk a little about the NCAA tourney, Teddy.
We do?
How about the girls and the women and the men?
Oh, God.
Both had 2 number 1s knocked out.
Yeah.
But does it matter with the women? UConn only won by 60.
What's it, 60 or 50?
60!
I thought it was 80 to 50.
98-38.
Oh, my God.
Set a record. Broke their own record.
I was going to say, last year they beat Texas like
51.
51?
Yep.
Isn't that sick?
They are
really, I mean, they might as well play in the men's division.
They are good.
When South Carolina got beaten, they're talking about they're one of the few that could go against them.
Yep.
And then Notre Dame got beat,
And
too.
Notre Dame got beat.
And they had, in Sports Illustrated, they had just 4 teams that possibly could beat UConn. And there's 2 of the 4 teams already eliminated.
The men's tournament last night, 2 region finals decided. Oklahoma and Villanova, they both knocked out number 1s. Oklahoma knocked out Oregon. Villanova, the big upset,
That was big.
beat Kansas. And Teddy, I think, I'll just take a guess that this has, you're going to make a comment on the officiating.
Yep. But it's not going to be negative.
Okay, like me.
Yeah, like you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get kind of neutral here, but at the same time, a lot of those games were decided by the tweet of the whistle. And you take a look at, like, Wisconsin, they lost Ethan Happ at the end, and this didn't probably cost the game, but he's diving for a loose ball, and they call a foul on him. Okay, I don't know if you saw it. And then when Nigel Hayes gets the ball inbounds, when they're ahead by 1 against Notre Dame, they put on a press, and he gets fouled, and he tries to slice through the double team. And then the next play, Koenig gets, the guy cuts in front of him, cuts him off, takes it, and no calls on him, okay? And then you see a game, well, yesterday with Kansas, they got beat. Mason fouls.
That was the worst I've ever seen. The guy dove for a ball.
And recovered it.
He did not raise his feet even, and they call him for a trip.
Yep.
That was unbelievable.
And so you look at it, this little thing right here. I've always told the kids in practice, I tee them up in practice in the old days. And I say, sure can, because whoever has this, they control the game.
They can do whatever they want.
I said, so you don't ever argue with this little piece of plastic or metal if you got these. But this is it. And so you look at it, and you can't really say that cost them the game. But then you can say it cost them the game because it was at a crucial point. But these things right here, and they go back and they have the replays now and everything. But it comes down to this little bugger right here. And one goes on and one goes home. But Kansas, can you imagine the money that was lost on that without them getting the Final Four?
Well, after Michigan State lost, they went half the boards, and now Kansas lost, they went the other half of the boards. So some no-name's going to win this pool.
But I like Villanova. I watched them.
Well, they play very good team ball.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
It really is.
Everybody is so one-on-one nowadays. It's fun to see.
But then watching North Carolina, I don't know how they'll do today at getting the Final Four, but holy cow.
They're powerful. I would think they're the favorites.
Yeah, now they are.
North Carolina will play the Fighting Irish, the Lucky Fighting Irish of Notre Dame today.
They've been lucky.
And Virginia will play Syracuse, who no one thought should even be in the tournament today.
Yeah, Boeheim, they said, you had suspended at the beginning of the season, and and here he is going for the Final Four.
So we may still have 2 number 1s in the Final Four if Virginia and North Carolina
If Notre Dame does pull the upset, you ever notice on the benches with Villanova and Notre Dame, there's always a priest sitting on there?
Yeah.
That might be what they got to do.
Yeah, it might be the key.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else, Teddy?
Well, I got
My
rid of
plate
list
is
of-
clear.
Okay. Got the Easter basket here. I got the styrofoam things here for Andy. I'm gonna throw in one. Okay. Oh, nice catch. Jeez, I'm
Andy
impressed. Okay.
something.
Yeah, there you go, folks. A little banter back and forth there. But all you people out there, the day is for us Easter Sunday, and you probably didn't think we're gonna have the show because we can do it anytime we want. But,
But it is Sunday.
But it is Sunday, Easter Sunday, and always memories. We talk about the holidays, but I just had my family down yesterday, the grandkids, and we're throwing croissants across the table and stuff, and it was just fun. I mean, those are memories you're not going to get back again. We had the kids out flying kites, and the stupid rain came, and we have a great time. So all of you out there that are going to be celebrating Easter, blessed Easter to you. We got the Easter bonnets on. We got Kugath, I wish you everything. Andy and the staff.
My bunny outfit.
Yeah, I got his bunny outfit, his Playboy bunny outfit he's got on. And hey, we wish you the best of everything out there, and we're ready to go for spring sports next time we come back, baby.
Happy Easter to everyone. That'll do it for this week. Thanks to Andy and Hudson for producing the show on a special Easter
Hudson, yeah.
Sunday. Hudson is not with us today because
didn't like the whistle.
Teddy blew his whistle and chased him off running. Thanks to my right-hand man, Theodore Ted Hammond, who never seems to miss. Thanks to Joel. Oh, no, he's not here.
No,
And thanks to you for watching. We'll see you all next week.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.